In less than a month after making history with a controversial method of execution, the state of Alabama is ready to do it again. Alabama's Attorney General has asked the state Supreme Court to set an execution date for Alan Eugene Miller. And once again, the state plans to use nitrogen hypoxia to kill him. Miller has been on death row since 2000 for killing 3 people in 2 workplace shootings. On January 25th, Alabama made history with the nitrogen execution of death row inmate Kenneth Smith. Alabama's Attorney General called Smith's execution, quote, textbook, proving nitrogen hypoxia is a viable alternative to lethal injection or the electric chair. But there is a new lawsuit that's been filed by another death row inmate who calls it a botched human experiment. I'm joined now by someone who was at Kenneth Smith's side when he breathed his last breath. Reverend Jeff Hood was Smith's spiritual advisor. I appreciate you being with us, Reverend Hood. You know, this is one of those stories, we read about it, but you were actually there. Unless you're there, you don't really know what's going on or if there's suffering involved. And you were at the execution. What was it like? Was it horrific? Was it painless? What did you see?
Brian, thanks for having me. You know, it was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we're talking about somebody who was strapped to a gurney who, by all accounts, the victim's family, the press, you know, everybody in the room saw this man heave back and forth and back and forth for at least 8 minutes. We saw his face explode with veins and color, and you know, it was absolutely horrendous, Brian. And I you know, it's fascinating to me that Attorney General Steve Marshall comes out and says that this was textbook. What I want to ask him is, how do you know? He wasn't there, Brian. He hadn't seen it. He is relying on people, his aides and whatnot. This is a situation. We're seeing this across the country. We are seeing politicians say that they want to execute more people. They're saying that they want different methods. They want to use nitrogen hypoxia. Brian, if they want more of these methods, then they should have to do it themselves. But instead, they sit back, they talk about it, and they talk about things that they don't know anything about.
Do you think there's a more humane way to do this? I mean, even maybe some of the old-fashioned ways, firing squad, electric chair, based on what you described, those ways may actually have been more humane.
Brian, there's 2 ways of answering that question. One is there is no humane way to kill someone. A killing is killing. We can't teach people not to kill by killing. On the other hand, I can think of a whole variety of ways that I would rather be executed than nitrogen hypoxia. I mean, nitrogen hypoxia has got to be one of the cruelest, just disturbing things that humanity seems to imagine. I mean, you're actually suffocating someone to death, Brian. I mean, I've seen 5 executions in the last 13 months, 4 of which were lethal injections, and I can promise you that I would take a lethal injection any day over nitrogen hypoxia.
Well, like you said, I mean, if you're not in the room, and I've never been in the room for one of these, you really don't know what it's like. And a lot of people talk about it, but you kind of have to see it like you did to really be able to describe and get a feel for what's going on. Reverend Jeff Hood, we really appreciate you taking the time to come on with us tonight.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.